Preseason game number 2 on tap for the Bengals. Mike Petraglia inside MetLife Stadium, where tonight the Bengals play their first and only road preseason game of 2022 against Brian Daboll's New York Football Giants. The Giants coming off a 23-21 win at Foxborough last week against the New England Patriots. Last second field goal, last play of the game, won it for the New York Giants. This is going to be an interesting game for the Bengals to test themselves against on the road. There should be a good crowd, seeing as though it's the only home preseason game for the Giants as they play their 2 other preseason games on the road. So the crowd should be into this game, giving Brandon Allen and, of course, Jake Browning some repetitions with some crowd noise in a different type of environment. Obviously, one of the big storylines tonight to keep an eye on is left guard. Obviously, Jackson Carman is out with COVID and probably wouldn't have gotten the start anyway because Cordell Volson stepped forward last week in the second half against the Arizona Cardinals and played very, very competitively, especially as a rookie out of North Dakota State. So watch Cordell Volson as the starting left guard and watch his reps early on against the first team of the New York Football Giants. This is a game also where you should obviously keep a very close eye on the Bengals defense and who steps forward. Jeff Gunner and Zach Carter, both defensive linemen. Gunner last week on the defensive edge did a good job setting the edge on the run. He also had a sack. He was very active and really carried over a lot of what he has been doing in training camp practice. Also, Zach Carter, he was very active in his 3 technique on the interior of the Bengals defensive line. Tyler Shelvin is going to get some significant reps tonight, and this is a big game for Tyler Shelvin. Maybe one of his final opportunities to show the Bengals that he has some want to in his game. He has got to win some one-on-one battles in the trenches to really show the Bengals that he has taken a step forward. Obviously, on the outside, Trey Flowers did not practice on Friday. He is expected to start at one corner position, and the corner position obviously is one to keep an eye on for the Bengals. The secondary, the safety position, Dax Hill played very well in his debut against Arizona last week at Paycor Stadium. Dax Hill, Tyson Anderson, those are 2 names to keep an eye on again here tonight against the New York Giants. Offensively, obviously, last week when you take a look at what the Bengals did, a lot of focus was on Kwame Lassiter. He also had played a big role in the return game, so he is somebody certainly to keep an eye on in this contest. And as the game moves on, you might see more of Jake Browning in this game behind Brandon Allen. Joe Burrow will not play. That's no surprise there. Perhaps Joe Burrow gets on the field this week for joint practices with the LA Rams. Those begin on Wednesday and continue on Thursday. We'll have you covered all game long on clnsmedia.com. Follow me on Twitter at Trags, Trags. And of course, click on the link below and subscribe to my coverage on the Jungle Roar podcast on YouTube. Inside MetLife Stadium, Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.